continue with the same chapter which we have discussed in our previous video. Chapter number 10, the storm at night. So all of you, please open page number 95 in your English reader books and follow what I will be reading and what I will be explaining. So yes, here I go. Dolly and her brother hurriedly picked up armfuls of books and carried them into their room. The floor was wet, so the books had to be piled on the beds. Suddenly, a large field rat leapt onto the desk. Dolly squealed and ran for the door. "It's all right," said Mukesh, her brother. "He's only looking for shelter from the storm." So, in this paragraph, we see that Dolly, those 4 children were there. Remember that the speaker was staying with the adopted family, with his adopted family, a family which has got 4 children, the parents and the 4 children. So, in the previous video, we had discussed that all those 4 children came to help the speaker to take away the things, to carry the things, because there was a wind, the heavy wind, and there was rain. It was raining heavily, and those droplets of rain were entering in the room. So it was spoiling the furniture and things of the speaker. So the children came to help the speaker. So now one of the children name was Dolly. Dolly was a girl whose name was among the 4 children whose name was Dolly. So Dolly and her brother hurriedly, they came in a hurry manner. They ran and came to pick up the things. Picked up armfuls of books. Armfuls of books we have studied in the previous video that the bookshelf was getting drenched, was getting wet with the rainwater. So they all came to collect the books one by one. Armfuls means the lot of books which they could carry at once. So they were carrying the books one by one, and they were making piling up the books. Piling up the books means carrying the books, putting one book onto the other, one by one. So you can see in the picture also. So they started carrying the books together and arranging the books to the safest place. And the floor was wet, so the books had to be piled on the beds. So they could not, they cannot keep the books on the floor because it was totally wet because of the drop of rain. Because of the rain, it was wet. So they could not keep the books on the floor. So they started arranging the books on the bed because it was not wet. So they started keeping the books on the bed. Suddenly, a large field rat leapt onto the desk. Means suddenly when they were keeping the books, they were arranging the books on the bed, and suddenly who entered? The big rat entered. The red rat which we see in fields. So the big rat entered onto the desk of their room. So it entered. So suddenly when Dolly saw that rat, Dolly squealed. Squealed means made a very large noise, made a very harsh noise or very bad noise. So she just shouted, "Oh my God," because she saw the rat and maybe she got scared of the rat. So she just shouted, and what happens? She ran for the door. So she shouted and she ran out of the door because she was scared of the rat. "It's all right," said Mukesh, her brother. So that means her brother's name was Mukesh. So she said, "Dolly, calm down. It's all right. Please don't get panic. Okay, don't be scared. I'm with you." So he said like that. "He's only looking for shelter from the storm." So Mukesh tried to calm her down, her sister, and he said he just came to get some shelter because outside it is raining and the heavy storm is there. So he just came inside the room to get some shelter. So you don't worry, he won't do anything. The rat won't do anything with you. So you just be calm. Don't panic. So now we'll see what happens in the next paragraph. 2 rooms were now roofless. We saw flashes of lightning, and then the lights went out. The children's father had already found a lamp, and we went on moving books, papers and clothes to the children's room. So now 2 rooms were roofless. Roofless means you know that the heavy storm entered in his room, the speaker's room. So the ceiling of the room got broken because of the heavy storm, and the roof of one room got broken, and the other room's ceiling also got broken. The roof also got broken. So now 2 rooms were roofless, without roofs, because the roofs got broken by the heavy storm. So we saw flashes of lightning. So outside there was thunder and lightning, and the speaker and the children and their parents could see thunder and lightning outside. And then the lights went out. Means you know when there is heavy storm, so the light comes and goes, and because of the thunder and storm, the lights were flashing and then going off, flashing and then going off. So finally the lights went off. The children's father had already found a lamp. Now there is no current, means no electricity, no lights. So the children's father, those four children's father, he brought a lamp with him. So he just burned the lamp because the lights went off. So he brought that lamp with him, and we went on moving books, papers and clothes to the children's room. And now everybody started collecting the books, the papers and the clothes to the children's room, because 2 rooms were now roofless. So they wanted to shift everything to the children's room. So they started collecting books, they started collecting papers, and they started collecting clothes, and they started keeping all those things, and means they wanted to shift all of those things to the children's room so that it can be safe, because those 2 rooms were roofless and the water was dropping inside the room. So they wanted to protect their items, so they started shifting their items to the children's room, because their roof was not broken. Their room is safe. So they wanted to keep everything in the children's room. So yes, only this much is there in this page. Now I am going to explain the entire page in Hindi once again, just for your convenience, so that you can understand in a better way. तो आपने इस पेज में देखा कि डॉली कौन थी? वो 4 बच्चों में से एक लड़की का नाम था डॉली। तो वो डॉली क्या करती है? डॉली अपने भाई के साथ जल्दी बुक्स कलेक्ट करना स्टार्ट कर देती है, क्योंकि सारी बुक्स गीली हो रही थी ना बुक शेल्फ में। तो वो जल्दी से एक करके बुक उठाती है, एक बुक पे दूसरी बुक पे तीसरी बुक, ऐसे करके इकट्ठा करके बुक्स लेके जा रही होती है दूसरे रूम में रखने के लिए। लेकिन वो देखती है कि नीचे पूरा जो पूरा फर्श था, जो पूरी जमीन थी रूम की, जो पूरी गीली हो चुकी थी फर्श, और तो जो बुक्स थी वो उठा के ला रही थी, वो नीचे नहीं रख सकती थी। इसलिए उन लोगों ने क्या किया? बुक्स को कहाँ रखना स्टार्ट कर दिया? बेड पे रखना चालू कर दिया, क्योंकि बेड अभी तक गीला नहीं हुआ था, जो फर्श था वो पूरा गीला हो चुका था। तो अब वो देखती है, जैसे ही वो बुक अरेंज कर रही होती है, रख रही होती है, तो वो क्या देखती है? सडनली अचानक से कौन आ जाता है? एक बड़ा सा चूहा, जो खेतों में बड़े बड़े चूहे होते हैं ना, वो वाला चूहा उनके रूम में आ जाता है। तो वो चूहे को देख के एकदम चिल्लाती, ओ ऐसे करके चिल्लाती है। तो मुकेश कहता है, डॉली घबराओ मत, कुछ नहीं करेगा वो, बाहर इतना आंधी तूफान पानी गिर रहा है, इसलिए वो यहाँ पे बस अपने आप को सुरक्षित करने के लिए आया है। मतलब वो इसलिए आया है ताकि वो पानी से बच सके, इसलिए आया है। वो तुम्हारा कुछ नहीं बिगाड़ेगा, कुछ नहीं करेगा, तो तुम घबराओ मत। तो डॉली फिर ठीक हो जाती है। उसके भाई कहता है, उसके भाई का नाम था मुकेश, डॉली के भाई का नाम। तो अब क्या हो रहा था? दोनों रूम, अब जो स्पीकर के 2 रूम्स हैं, ऊपर वाले रूम्स, नीचे वाले रूम तो बचे हुए थे, ऊपर के दोनों रूम की छतें उड़ चुकी थी। किससे? तूफान ने दोनों छतें उड़ा दी थी। तो अब दोनों रूम में छतें नहीं है, क्योंकि वो टूट चुकी है छतें। अब क्या हुआ? अब वो देख रहा है बाहर ठंडा है, अब तूफान, आंधी तूफान, बिजली कड़क रही है खूब तेज, और अभी कभी बिजली आ रही है, कभी बिजली चली जा रही है, कभी बिजली आ रही है, कभी बिजली चली जा रही है। क्यों चली जा रही है? लाइट चली जा रही है। क्यों? क्योंकि आंधी तूफान में लाइट्स रहती नहीं, आपको भी पता है, आंधी तूफान में लाइट्स हमेशा चली जाती है। तो ऐसे तड़क रही थी धीरे धीरे, फिर वो पूरी तरह से लाइट्स चली जाती है। अब लाइट्स चली जाती है, तो ये 4 बच्चों के पापा आते हैं, ऊपर से नीचे से ऊपर आते हैं, लैंप लेके, लैंप जला के, क्योंकि लाइट्स नहीं थी इसलिए उन लोगों की मदद करने के लिए वो भी आ जाते हैं लैंप जला के, और इन लोगों की मदद करना स्टार्ट कर देते हैं। बुक्स रखना चालू कर देते हैं, पेपर जितना भी फैला हुआ था सबको, बच्चों का जो कमरा था नीचे, वहाँ ले जाके स्पीकर का जो भी सामान था, बुक्स, किताबें और पेपर्स, कपड़े, सारा स्पीकर का सामान बच्चों के कमरे में शिफ्ट कर देते हैं, क्योंकि नीचे ऊपर से सारा पानी गिर रहा था और स्पीकर की सारी चीज़ें खराब हो जाती, इसलिए उन लोगों ने सब लोगों ने स्पीकर की मदद की और सारा सामान बच्चों के रूम में शिफ्ट कर दिया। So yes, this was the story on this page. The next page I am going to explain in the next video. On this page, word meanings are not there, so you can learn the word meanings of the previous page only. I have written on the board. So these word meanings only you have to learn, and learn the words also. Learn the meanings and learn the words even. So yes, that's all for today. I hope you have understood the chapter. So thank you and have a nice day.